Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and is Dunkin looking to get some lawsuits? I mean, come on, learn from Panera. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And in today's video, we're going over the new Dunkin Sparkd energy drinks. If they have not showed up near you yet, they should be showing up very soon because it is a spring release and they plan on having it throughout the summer. And the two flavors they have are Berry Burst and Peach Sunshine. The Berry Burst being raspberry strawberry and the Peach Sunshine being a peach lychee. Now, why are they getting into these drinks with all the controversy surrounding Panera and these drinks? Well, besides the headlines that Panera is making, their drinks were selling like hotcakes, and Dunkin didn't want to miss out on any of the profits. Got to keep up with the competition. Plus, it's not like this is new to Dunkin. Dunkin actually used to have their Monster energy punches, and they didn't seem to have any lawsuits with those. But how do these actually compare to those Monster energy punches? Well, at a quick glance, they definitely seem like they're a little bit healthier. And if by chance you want to know about the Monster energy punches, that I actually reviewed those numerous very many years ago. Looks something like that. And if you want to, I mean, why would you want to watch it? The drinks don't exist anymore. But if you're curious about it, there's that video. The guy in that video is just like a completely different person. He sounds completely different than the guy you see today. It's 5 years old. But like I said, the product doesn't exist anymore. So just forget about it. Know that these are a little bit healthier. Not to say they are healthy though, just healthier than those. But anyway, we will get into the ingredients and nutrition facts panel shortly. But it does look like the numbers overall are going to be a little bit less than the Panera Charged drinks. So it does look like Dunkin wants to play it a little bit safer than what Panera did. And these drinks aren't out in the open so that anyone can get them or have as many free refills as you want. People also ask why I didn't do a video on the Panera lawsuits that were out there. And it's mostly because these lawsuits are just similar to all the energy drink kind of lawsuits that are out there, where people went to the hospital or died from these drinks, but these people had heart conditions and shouldn't have been having caffeine. Caffeine and heart conditions don't mix very well. Therefore, I feel like it's a topic that I've already covered numerous times, so I didn't want to keep repeating myself, although it was a trending topic, so I probably should have. All that being said, let's take a look at what's in these drinks. And taking a look at the nutrition facts panel, we'll take a look at the medium, which has 130 calories, 0 fat, 0 cholesterol, 0 protein, 200 milligrams of sodium, 30 grams of carbs coming from 27 grams of sugar, a minimal amount of vitamins listed, such as 7 milligrams of calcium, which is 0% of your daily value, and 35 milligrams of potassium, which is also 0% of your daily value. And finally, we do have 144 milligrams of caffeine, which means for the medium, which is a 24-ounce beverage, you're going to be getting 6 milligrams of caffeine per ounce. Now, when you look at your standard energy drinks out there, they typically have about 10 milligrams per ounce. Some are higher, some are lower, but the standard is 10 milligrams per ounce. So it does look like they're a little bit lower than the standard. If they went with a standard amount, you'd have 240 milligrams, but it does look like they decided to play it safe. And if you look at it too, a lot of people didn't know this, but their medium iced coffee actually has 200 milligrams of caffeine. So these Sparkd drinks that they have, same size, less caffeine than their actual coffees. And at a dosage at about 6 milligrams per ounce, you're getting something similar to a strong black tea. Black teas usually average between 4 to 6 milligrams of caffeine per ounce. But how can you blame them with not wanting to go with some safer numbers? After everything that's happened with Panera, these drinks have just about half of what Panera had in their drinks. And not to say that Panera had a lot, because they had a similar amount of caffeine that they have in their coffees. Now, if you want to go up to a large Sparkd energy, the numbers should be going up proportionally, so you're looking at 170 calories, 37 grams of carbs, and 192 milligrams of caffeine, much closer to the 200 milligrams that my audience typically seems to like. But it is still at 6 milligrams per ounce, because like I said, it's all proportional. Now, unfortunately, it looks like they're using some kind of standard nutrition facts panel that seems to be generic for everything. And I say unfortunately because they don't actually list any of the B vitamins or how many B vitamins are in there. But when we take a look at the ingredients, I'll put the ingredients right above me. Hopefully you can read them. If not, I'll read them for you. They do have B vitamins in here. B vitamins are important to energy drinks because they help stimulate the metabolism. So obviously it has sparkling water as the main ingredient. Everything else is in their flavored syrup, which has sugar, citric acid. The caffeine is from a natural source, which is great. It's a guarana seed blend. They also use natural flavors, taurine, vegetable juice for coloring, which is also good. A lot of people don't like the artificial colors, so they use natural coloring. And it's interesting to see that they also have stevia in there. The amount of sugar that they have in there, you wouldn't think that they need to have stevia in there, but maybe they did want to make it just a little bit sweeter, but they didn't want to go up on the calories and sugar and carbs, so they use stevia, which is an all-natural sugar substitute. And I'm curious on how it's going to taste because it is so low on the ingredients list, but stevia does have a tendency to bother my taste buds. They don't actually taste right, which is why I don't typically review energy drinks that have stevia in it, but I will let you know when I get to the taste test. Then when we look at the vitamin and mineral blend, it is the last ingredient on there, so maybe there really aren't that many vitamins in here, because if you didn't know, when it comes to the ingredients, they're supposed to put the ingredients that have the most in there at the top, and then the last ingredient will be what it has the least of. If that holds true for this, which it should, there aren't many vitamins and minerals in here, but those lack of vitamin and minerals include zinc, B3, pantothenic acid, manganese, maltodextrin, vitamin B6, and vitamin B12. And even though they may be minimal, it would still really be nice to know how much is actually in there. All of those numbers were for the berry burst, therefore the peach sunshine is going to be relatively close to all those numbers. The calories, I believe, are a little bit higher, the sugar is a little bit higher, but we're only talking by a couple of digits. So now that we know all the information on these drinks, let's taste them out. All right, so I have the peach for you, I have the berry for you. Let's go ahead, let's figure out which one I'm going to start with, because I like both of those flavors, but I think I know which one I'm going to like a little bit more, which we will save for the second drink. So first one up, we're going to do the berry burst. Let me give you a little, let me show it to you real quick. And it's got some nice color to it. I'll probably mix it up a little bit. I'll use the straw to spin it. I'll probably take a sip from the middle and the bottom and the top. They shouldn't be too watered down. I just bought them, ran into my room to record it for you. But because they use a syrup, I'm guessing the bottom's gonna be a little bit sweeter. Let's taste it out. Not all the way, halfway. Not like anyone puts the straw in halfway, they go right from the bottom, but taste it out. Go from the bottom. I think I mixed it up pretty well. Try the top. Layer at the top, you got the ice there, a little more watered down. But it's actually pretty good. For your carbonation, you're getting a low to medium carbonation out of here. It's really not that strong. It really makes it a bit more refreshing. It is probably one of the lighter energy drinks I've had, even though, you know, it's not your typical energy drink. It's got the right amount of carbonation in there just to make it a little bit fizzy, a little bit bubbly, and just the way I like it. For your sweetness, I'm gonna say you're getting a medium to high sweetness, closing in on high, but it's definitely not excessively sweet. And for your flavor profile, I'm gonna go with a high flavor profile on the low end of high. When it comes to the raspberry and strawberry flavor, I really think that the raspberry, it mixes really well with the strawberry. It's not too strong in raspberry, but they got enough strawberry in there. And it's more of a natural strawberry. It's not like a super sweet strawberry, but it's just sweet enough to really give it a good blend overall. It definitely has some blue raz vibes too, even though it's strawberry raspberry. If they told me it was blue raz, I could be like, yeah, I can get that. As for the stevia that's in there, it is primarily sugar that they're using in here, but that little bit of stevia, not really picking up on it. Typically, I don't review drinks that have stevia in them because they have negative effects on my taste buds, but if it's low enough on the ingredients list, I sometimes can't taste it. I would say that this is a good, lightly sweetened berry juice kind of flavor. It's pretty good. My hand's getting really cold. I'll take one more sip. I'm not sure if it's gonna be for everyone. For everyone that watches my channel, if you love energy drinks, this is definitely a bit different, but I can see how they made it more universal so that everyone would kind of like it. So if you're a lover of the super strong, solid energy drinks, you might think that this is okay, or you might love it, but I really think they dumbed it down for most people. Yeah, that's the term I wanted to use. Nobody get offended by that, but I think they dumbed it down for most people. So where's it gonna be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? I'm not gonna going to compare it to the energy drinks because even though it itself it is an energy drink, it's not your typical energy drink that I've reviewed over 1,000 of. But I'm going to give this an 8.9. I think most people are really going to like it. Let's jump into the Peach Sunshine. And, you know, it's not just peach, as I already mentioned. The Peach Sunshine is peach and lychee flavor. Definitely a fan of a lot of the lychee drinks out there. Mix it up. Use a new straw so there's no cross-contamination. Boom. Let's taste it out. Same carbonation as that low to medium carbonation. For the sweetness, I do think it's a touch higher, so I think it is hitting that high category on the low end of high, and it could just be because the peach flavor is a little bit stronger and it's a sweet peach flavor. So when we're looking at the flavor profile, I'm going to give it a high flavor profile. It is a little bit more potent than the Berry Burst, and I think these things could vary. Usually they're really good about their portionings. I don't know if they're going to be using a syrup where they put like 3 pumps or something like that, or if they add a little too much ice or a little too much water or whatever it is that they add. I'm guessing these things can vary just a little bit, but overall, they're really good. And I would have to say for that flavor, you are getting a decent amount of that peach flavor in there. And like I said, it's sweet enough so that you're getting a nice natural sweet peach flavor. But I think that the lychee in there really complements the peach really well. And I am definitely a fan of that. And I'll have to plan out my days better because I could see myself definitely buying that one again. But I have to keep track of my caffeine numbers because you know how much is in there to balance out my other energy drinks. But that one is going to be the one that I drink for the rest of the day. So where is it going to be on the Caffeine Man rating chart? I'm actually going to give this a 9.2. I think it's a great flavor, but once again, all of you energy drink lovers, keep in mind these aren't your standard energy drinks. They've been dumbed down for the mass public, but they're definitely giving you some good flavors. If you guys like this video, be sure to share with others because I know a lot of people have been wondering about these Dunkin drinks. So definitely go and share it on all your social medias. Don't forget to check out caffeineman1.com where you can find out a little bit more about me and what I do. Also find out how to save money on energy drinks. You can even sign up for a newsletter that goes over what I went over last week and what will be coming up this week. It only goes out once a week. No spam. So definitely check out caffeineman1.com, and if you're looking to watch any of my other videos, I'll put a playlist there. I will also put a video there. Actually, I'll probably put a playlist there. Not sure what I'm putting there yet. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night.